Well, going on vacation here. And as you can see, we're still in the middle of the process. Everything around us is just kind of spinning as if it was a bunch of balls held by strings in an orbit. You can see that democracy's firm hand upon what we believe in for a society for the United States of America has become a firm grip around the throat of Our Lady Liberty, and it is dragging her down into the ocean where she can no longer breathe. Her cold, lifeless corpse is waiting there. We watch as other countries are foundering because of what we have done. We see that there is no truth, no innocence, and that there is a major problem. 4 more years, I tell you, this will occur. He most definitely will be reelected. He has risen from the sea of faces. This is the choice you make. When you create one like this and you state that they are, and everyone else wants to be like them, you have recreated the tower again. You have said that these ones here are at the highest and only they can speak to God. The rest of the world is being punished for that. Is it fair that the promotion of this is so equilateral from the United States government to you? To anyone? I was just reading earlier today about a place down in Oklahoma in the 1920s where there was a race riot and they murdered 300 people of color with the intent for no reason and then buried the bodies and nobody ever talked about it. Before the whole world starts saying that the United States of America is the greatest place in the world, we must recognize that the United States of America has done so many atrocities against its own people. 1 out of every 8 people between the ages of 16 and death have been in jail at some point in time, or fought a felony, or fought a misdemeanor. Most people in this country look over their shoulders when the police officer's behind them and are frightened that they're going to be pulled over. This is not what you believe it is. Do not believe that democracy works like this. Do not pretend that this is better than what you have. 4 more years this will occur. As he rose from the sea of faces, this is how it will be. And the choices that he relinquishes upon us will be the ones that will be what we will suffer through until all nations rise against him. Just like today with the Nord Stream 2, when it was chosen that they would no longer agree with the United States' sanctions. You're going to have to defend yourselves, because the idea of the United States of America is not about you. And that's really sad, because we have the biggest, most wonderful country that we are not using. We could be growing food from sea to shining sea. We could be recycling plastics. We could be doing so much more, but we don't want to. And it's sad. And so the whole rest of the world has to pay for it. They have to wonder where their food's coming from. They have to wonder where electricity is coming from. That's okay, right? Because we live in a Romanesque time in the United States of America, where fight clubs are cool. Beating people in a ring is great. Persecution of others based on their religion is okay. And the great king cannot be swayed. Long live the king. You must remember this, though, as we move slowly towards the end of this. Chaos will ensue. Your earth is changing, and as your earth changes, so will you. Lo be the day that you think that you know more than what is, but the best is already over, and the world has been saved. So, as you come through this, recognize there are 2 gardens. A garden for those that believe in God, and a garden for those that believe they are God. One is of grass and fields, love and flowers, honey and milk, and the other is that of fire, where their hands are shackled to their waist and to their neck, and they are forced to look up all the time, and they cannot sleep, and they have to pick between the thorns to eat the berries, for they are just a germ. God bless God. Going on vacation. This will be my last video until next year. May you have a wonderful and Merry Christmas. And don't ever forget, those around you surround you.